Crash Crucible pre-show. Bill Grundler from CrossFit Inferno, top broadcaster in the CrossFit space. John Young, he'll make you stronger. JY Barbell in the house, senior analyst in the CrossFit space. This is the Sevon podcast. We have a camera shot as the first three heats are rolling out before we get to the top three heats, which will start very shortly here in about 20 minutes. First of all, I want to thank HWPO and CEO Matt O'Keefe and the 5-time CrossFit Games champion, Matt Fraser, for supporting this event. Not only was he one of the best who ever did it, but he continues to support the premier non-CrossFit Games event in the space, the Crash Crucible.
HWPO training was built off my training mantras. It's what I leaned on in the face of hardship. It's how I learned to show up every day. It's why I continue to work hard, knowing that hard work does pay off. Community is at the forefront of everything we do, and while things might look a little different now, it's always about the people you're doing it with and making yourself proud. I want to be proud of the legacy I leave behind. Your legacy is waiting. Build it with HWPO training.
Was that the ad that I ran the first time? That one looked different. Did I click the wrong ad?
I think that ad was like a shortened version of what the one we saw, right?
Yeah.
It's weird. All of a sudden, the choices look different to me.
You have so many choices, Sevon. So many choices.
This is going to be an amazing event. A ton of big names on both sides of the boy and the girl side, the men and the women. This is a total of 98 athletes participating between the masters and the individual athletes. Last year was the first year we broadcast this event, and as you can tell, this is a huge, huge step up, courtesy of Will Brandstetter and Matt Souza, Bryson Del Monte, Patrick Rios, the crew that put this all together. The layout here is beautiful. Thank you, Will, for doing this. Throughout the week, you're going to see a ton of different people on the floor. We're going to try to tell you who everyone is, not only the athletes, but make you feel like you know everyone out there. For example, the videographer out there on the right-hand side of the screen, Rick Jones, CrossFit Crash's very own video guy. The gym is big. It's clean. It is considered one of the premier gyms on the East Coast of the North American continent. The competition, there's a lot of excitement around this one. Everyone knows J.R. Howell puts on an amazing event. J.R. Howell and Taylor Self have a weekly show called Shut Up and Scribble, where they talk about all things programming. It's basically just a ripoff of Get With The Programming, which is Bill and Chase's show. You like that, Bill? Everyone here will be jacked up on Paper Street Coffee. If anyone shows any lull in their voice, demeanor, behavior, you can blame that they got a bunk shot of espresso from Paper Street Coffee. CA Peptides in the house, always a great sponsor. Thank you to Sarah Cox. And GoWad has been close with the Crash for a long time and supports a ton of great events in the space. Gentlemen, what's the vibe there?
Oh man,
Ready to rock.
It's so there's a lot of anticipation, which is really interesting. There's not a whole lot of people here yet, but the athletes are just fired up, and it's kind of like a little Lions Denny, you know.
It feels very tense.
Not in a bad way, but like it feels like when you have a lot of good. Okay, you have your regular gym. And then you have your those athletes that are all the competitors of that gym when they get to go in the back room and all kind of train together. That's what it feels like. But now it means something because they're going to be racing.
It's like you're waiting for the who's who in the zoo moment.
Yes. Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
This layout that they have here of 6 lanes, is this what we're going to see for all 7 events over 3 days? 2 events on the first day, 3 events on the second day, and then Sunday with a closing 2 event? Is this where we're going to see most of the action right here?
Yeah, I believe so. I think it's 5 heats every event and then 6 lanes the entire time.
Which is great because it makes it super intimate. I mean, for the athletes, one, and then for all the people that come in and watch. And I heard today it's free for anyone that wants to come in and watch anyway, so there isn't any kind of fee. So if you're around, come down and see some of these names compete on the first day if you can get down here.
And the location is Spartansburg, North Carolina, South Carolina?
South Carolina.
Yeah. 122 Belton. Or no, 113?
Oh, that's where we're living.
Yeah.
That's where we're staying currently.
113 Belton.
Oh, and John's phone number is, in case you wanted that, just in case.
It's on Belton Street. Find that. You'll figure it out.
in years past, I believe there's been 2 floors. And I know that there's a rope climb workout. Is there a floor that we haven't seen yet?
If you see kind of off in the back, there's that white area.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's where the turf area is going to be. So when they're doing the element for the handstand, the deficit handstand push-ups and that sled push and flip at the end, that'll be over there. Yeah.
Keeping it real, always good to see you. The stream is worth the money. Pay the men. Thank you. Every dollar counts. Is this PFAA sanctioned? Does J.R. Howell work with the PFAA?
That's a good question.
JR, is this PFAA sanctioned?
PFAA sanctioned.
It is not. JR said it is not. It is unsafe. We pray for all the athletes' safety because I mean,
there
it's
was
a free for all out here.
There was a large waiver that they had to sign, so everyone's good.
Yeah, an 18-page waiver.
All right, good to know. Susie Tell, always good to see you here. Audrey, all the Sevonistas. Michelle, great to see you. Mr. Dick Butter, always good to see you. The Exerciser is in the house. Augustus Link, great to see you. Jamie Latimer, always good to see you. And then new places, like a guy from an evangelical church. Is this heat underway or are they warming up? What are we looking at now?
They're finishing up heat 1 for the individual women. Ali Zerke, that was asked in the comments by Gus, she finished about a couple minutes ago. But this is heat 1 finishing up.
And how long?
Ali Zerke's still out there on the ring. Sorry, lane 3 in the gray, about to jump up.
How long are these heats?
The heat. Well, let's see. Where's our heat sheet?
We can do time right here.
Yeah, there it is.
32 to 48. 16 minutes.
Okay.
16 minutes in the next heat.
So we have 2 more heats that we'll be watching as we run through this pre-show.
You know what? For you guys, Sevon, and even for us, is there a clock around here? I don't see a. Where is it?
Right there in the back. See it, 12 minutes.
Oh, geez, oh man. It's hidden from where I was. Oh, it was literally right behind the beam. Okay.
I know JR sent us the workouts. Okay, here they are. For those of you who don't know, event 1, the one they're doing now, is 10 dumbbell clean and jerks, 70 pounds for the women, 10 ring muscle ups, and then 10 dumbbell snatches with 70 pounds. Time cap of 13 minutes. Did he change the time cap? Did I hear you say 16 minutes, Bill?
The next heat starts at 10:48.
Yeah,
so,
we were just looking at the schedule of when the heats start.
But yeah, the time cap's 13 minutes. Yep, they're 10 seconds from finishing now. They have 5 seconds left.
Are you sure that this isn't the second heat?
No, this is the first heat.
First heat of the women.
And the men haven't gone yet?
No.
So the format we'll be doing is we'll be bringing on another extra camera for some additional shots starting in heat number
3.
We're gonna.
Okay, that's
heat
why.
3, we'll start commentating and we'll start getting for real.
Okay, so there's just one more heat with this shot. And what do we have for cameras today? Is there an additional camera?
Yeah, there is.
And the voice that you hear that you cannot see, that is Will Brandstetter, who made this layout, set up the table. This is our first use of using. What's the new streaming device we're using? We're not using the Blackmagic. We're using the what today, Will?
The Rodecaster Video.
God, they should be a sponsor.
That was a great voice.
Okay, we're going to go through the names of all the women here. I pulled up my spreadsheet that Brian Friend was kind enough to send over. Thank you, Brian. Carolyn Stanley, Kyra Milligan, Elizabeth Wishart, Fee Sagafi, Olivia Kerstetter, Nina Rogovic, Jordan
Dragovic.
Okay, if I pause, you just say the last name, okay, John?
All right.
Okay. Jordan
Chefs.
Kira Miller, Lydia Fish, Carolyn Prevost, Caitlin Sanders, Janie
Chevry,
Mary Helen Saunders, Brianna Dunbar, Brittany Weiss, Morgan Porter, Lindsay Lane, Allison Nguyen, Jessica Collegan, Madeline Helms, Hannah Hardy, Emma Harvang, Mary Porter, Ashley Cope, Faith Ferguson, Molly McGrandy, Carson Wolf, and Ali Zirk. How were they seated? Do we know?
Yes, I mean, we have the heats in front of us. So the next heat, it's going to, I mean, Spin put it up there for you. It's Faith Ferguson, Ashley Cope, Brittany Weiss, Mary Porter, and Lindsay Lane. And they are lined up in their lanes right now, awaiting JR's call.
And
you're Wayne, just so you know, your lane 1 will be towards the middle of the screen there. So that will be the lane 1 with lane 6 being all the way to the right.
Okay. And how did JR seed them?
I think he just went by, I don't want to say just popularity, but like where they are in the semis, in the games, how they were out of the qualifier, if they were a specific invite from last year, depending on what they did last year and how their season went last year.
I mean, by fitness, Savon. He seeded them by fitness.
But wouldn't that be put Weiss in the wrong heat? Isn't she a top 3 heat young lady?
Well, she was a teams athlete. She's a great teams athlete. You know, you have other athletes, depending what they did in the semis and in the quarters. I mean, he's looking at all that stuff. So, but I think he's trying to highlight. He wants to make sure he highlights specific athletes in specific races as well.
Starting from the left, give me their names. Let's do a trial run on this.
All right. So we have Faith Ferguson. We have in lane 1.
Ashley Cope, lane 2.
And Brittany Weiss is right in the middle in lane 3. Mary Porter's in 4.
So Ashley Cope's in the lead right now, going into the ring muscle-ups.
And then all the way on the right, we have Lindsay Lane.
Okay, let me see if I got it right. Faith, lane 1, all the way on the left. Ashley, lane 2. Brittany, lane 3, right in the middle. Porter, lane 4. Lindsay Lane, lane 5.
So if you look at the middle, you have the black top with the Dukic shirt. That's going to be Brittany Weiss. So that's kind of your, set your lane 3 right there.
Is it Dukic or Jukic?
Jukic.
Okay.
Lindsay Lane is the returning champ.
Oh, she is. So
didn't even know how she won either. Didn't even understand how she got there with her scoring table last year.
Okay, so explain this to me. Why would the winner from last year be in the second heat? Shouldn't she get a courtesy?
The field this year is a lot better than last year. That's why.
If I was her, I'd be pissed. She also performed in the quarterfinals against Fisa Gaffi, right?
And Fisa Gaffi is in this competition now.
And is Fee in the final heat?
Yes, Fee is in the final heat. The final heat's Carolyn Stanley, Fisa Gaffi, Kyra Milligan, Olivia Kerstetter, and Jordan Shefts. That's gonna be
a good one.
Great.
Yeah.
All right, Ashley Cope is the first one done, right at the 2-minute mark. It'll be interesting to see if she keeps that split up.
And we've already seen, we talked about how hard to push the muscle ups and what that's going to do for the ladies. We were watching the Masters women, and there was one athlete that did that in the first round.
Allison Stahl. Allison Stahl went unbroken in the first round.
And it mauled her. It mauled her for the rest of the event. So it's going to be really interesting to see just how strategic the ladies are going to be here. And what's really important, especially for the later heats that we start really watching, they're going to see where these ladies decide to break this stuff up. I mean, because you do have great athletes in here like Brittany Weiss that had that gymnastic prowess. So it's like, okay, if the gymnasts aren't going unbroken, and I'm just okay, I have no business going unbroken.
Hey, what do you think about that, about her attacking it like that and blowing up? I remember back in the day filming with Graham Holmberg, and he said that kind of behavior is the things you do in training to get the most stimulus and the most adaptation. That is not the way you behave in a comp.
No, there's a difference in training. You want to know where your limits are so that you can get the best strategy for competition. But if you run the wheels off just for the sake of running the wheels off in competition, then you're done.
I would argue one of the best people at this is Taylor. Taylor pushes the intensity in training all the time, but in competition, he's one of the most strategic people there is.
Right.
Fikowski's kind of similar. Fikowski pushes intensity really hard.
And the only way you know how to do that, the only way you can be a good strategic athlete is if you know where your limits are. And so you have to be able to run the wheels off in training.
Two things. We just saw Porter doing those snatches. They look like really fast singles. By the time we get to the best ladies in the final heat, are we going to see people just cycling this touch and go?
I think that the first round versus the second round, there's a lot of, that's what's going to happen on the second round. So I think that we will see some women that will be able to move the dumbbell a lot quicker, like Olivia in that last heat. But for the ladies, the muscle-ups are really becoming like the fear factor. It's like they need to tend their dumbbell work around what's going to happen on the muscle-up. So going touch and go for the clean and jerk, that press out on the clean and jerk is going to affect the muscle-ups.
Yeah, and like for the girls, it's more about the ring muscle up, and it seems like the guys, the dumbbell is what's tearing
Right.
them up more. The times are coming out similar, but for the guys, the dumbbell is crazy. The effect it's having on people is much more hard than the ladies.
And where did you see this? How do you know this, John?
Just everybody talking about it. Everybody's scared of this first event. This first event has done more damage to people than any of the other events as far as in training, from what we've heard.
Hands up across the board. Looks like Lindsay Lane, last year's winner, is in first place by 1 rep. Porter is the only one who hasn't moved on to the rings. We're at the end of the second round. Lindsay Lane is the first to transfer.
Big move by Lindsay Lane because
That's
she was
huge.
behind a lot. And if you, I'm going to wait for Ashley to finish, but she's fallen off of her pace by about a minute from the first round, which is a lot.
Who
50%.
has? Lindsay Lane has?
Ashley Cope.
Ashley
Oh.
Cope. So you can see Ashley Cope just kind of coming into the picture right there. But Lindsay Lane right here at the bottom of the screen in the green shorts. I mean, she made up a lot of distance in that first round.
Yeah.
Are they great? Yeah, they are great.
Oh,
Great
thank
job.
God, John. I was like, wow, I have eye issues.
But you see
Thank
Ashley Cope's going touch and go unbroken on the snatches, and she still finished ahead, 550. Oh,
Yeah.
no, she's not done. She's not done. Never mind. All right, Lindsay Lane's done, 555.
Okay, I got a question for you guys
Ashley
about,
Cope, 6 minutes.
about this clean and jerk. They're getting very close to lowering the dumbbell before they stand up all the way. You know that incident where as you're pushing it up, or as you're lowering the dumbbell, you're still standing up? Have we seen any no reps on that yet?
I haven't seen any
I
no
haven't
reps
seen
yet.
any no reps, no.
Okay, because it's getting close. And what determines some of these girls are standing up with a really wide stance? That's okay as long as the hips and the knee are.
As long as everything is locked out.
Yeah, that wide stance, they're basically, we have seen some split snatches in some of the earlier heats, and we're seeing some wide stances, which is just trying to get under that dumbbell without having to squat up, so it's just trying to get you lower under the dumbbell.
And guys, in the last 3 heats, we will have camera angles for the snatches. I know you can't see them now, but when we get to the last 3 heats, we'll have a movable camera.
In last year, wasn't there a Masters athlete? What's kind of cool about this competition is the Masters and the individuals do the same workouts, correct? And wasn't last year there was a Masters athlete who was putting it to the individual scores?
Yeah. What was her name? Caroline. Started with the C.
Wow, good job, Bill. Even John's younger.
Carlene Matthews? No.
No, here at Crash, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, here at Crash. Yep.
I'll remember.
I know who you're talking about. I don't know her name though.
And so that is a cool thing. We'll get to compare the Masters athletes to all the individuals.
Yes.
Well, and I think, the majority of the Masters athletes that we have out here are 35 to 40. So, I mean, they aren't like my age Masters that are out here. So these guys, they can do this weight still.
Carolyn Klutz.
Carolyn, I knew they started with the C.
Carolyn Klutz.
There we go.
Porter has 3 reps left. She's in last place on the ring. She's in the center of the screen.
Ashley Cope and Lindsay Lane are neck and neck right now. I would say Lindsay looks a little bit better, but Ashley's moved this dumbbell better on the snatches.
So Lindsay needs to make a move on the muscle-ups, which she has been doing. She looks a lot more confident because you're right. Ashley was moving the dumbbell really well.
Yeah. Lindsay's muscle-ups, I think, look a little
so
bit better.
good.
She looks very tight. Everything's deliberate.
And these transition speeds are slow. They're they're just walking from the clean to the rings. Are we going to see anyone?
No.
No.
I don't even think we'll see Colton do that. I think he'll walk from element to element and try to go unbroken, but you can't rush I mean, like, think of the standard. This is like the standard. If you did 30 clean and jerks, 30 snatches, 30 ring muscle ups, nobody's running to transitions on that.
If you run to the rings and don't get on the rings right away, then that was a mistake. So you're going to see
if you don't
all
go
the
unbroken,
athletes.
you had no business
You had
running
no
to the
business.
rings.
Exactly. So you're going to see everyone trying to suck up as much of the rest as they can in between.
This is interesting. Lindsay's got one. Oh, no, that was Morgan.
Oh, she was about to lap Porter. Lindsay's about to lap Porter.
And that's the difference here. If you get hung up on the rings because you're trying to race too fast, then you go right past that red line. So not only are you fatigued out, but you have that muscular endurance that just like dies.
Y'all missed that. Lindsay hopped up to her rings, and Ashley went and looked at her judge. She had to go around a pole to look at her judge. it was a funny moment. All right, so you see Lindsay's doing singles on the dumbbell. You can see this on the camera. And Ashley's catching her every time because she's going touch and go. Can you swivel this at all, Sousa? We can see this last race.
And notice how Lindsay uses her left hand to help lower the dumbbell every time.
5 left for Lindsay. Oh, Cope just broke. Cope just broke.
Cope's
It's over.
done.
It's over.
Yeah.
It's over.
Lindsay played those muscle ups really smart. She rested long enough to get the last 3.
Time. Nope. One more.
Let's see if she uses
10:01.
10:01. 10:01. Yep.
So to give you an idea of how heavy that dumbbell is, she was using her alternating hand to help lower it every single time.
I would protect my shoulder.
Nice.
That was the way that Lindsay strategized. That was great. She didn't rush her muscle ups, and that's what we're going to need to see, especially for the athletes up towards the front. If you want to do well in this event, you have to ride that line just enough the whole time. Okay, cool.
Matt, the next piece will be able to see this, right?
Yeah, I'm going to get that camera now.
Is this our static cam? Is that our static cam?
Yeah, we're going to have another one here, and then we're going to have one.
Can we move it just a touch so that we can get the finish?
Well, they're gonna have cameras for the finish.
Oh, okay.
And if we moved it, we'd lose the beginning of lane 6. So
Well,
really,
yeah, but we want to see if people finish, right?
good point.
I mean, the finish is where everyone starts on the start line.
That's very true.
They adjust. I'm guessing they adjust those mats for each individual athlete so they can jump up on the rings.
Yeah, I think they have a choice. I don't think it's any big measurement thing or anything like that. Just whatever they come
Colton
out.
that the limit was 3 mats, so that might come into play.
Oh, I thought that's what
Unsure.
that step stool was over there was
yeah,
for him.
maybe.
All right, and have we reached the time cap?
No, we are about a minute away from the time cap, minute 15.
And Porter's the only athlete left on the floor.
Yep, we're all going to look at her until she's done.
And the scoring for the Crash Crucible
Jeez,
this
John.
year is the
Wow.
Dude, the entire gym is just the music stopped. JR did
That's
her
the hard
dirty.
part.
JR did her dirty a little bit here because the music stopped.
They do need a little DJ action
It's
right here
just
for her.
really quiet, and everybody's just watching her do ring muscle-ups.
Man, the last thing you want right now is like a workout fart to happen. That's the last thing you want. Sorry, I had one left. God dang it.
So the scoring is the P-score scoring, and that is why Porter's time is relevant to all of the other athletes. Everyone's time is relevant to everyone else's time. That's how the scoring is divvied out based on some sort of calculation based on the fastest, slowest times.
Correct. And we're going to have running updates, or trying our best to have running updates to tell you how many points is worth seconds. So currently, after 2 heats, it's 1 point for every 5 seconds. So Lindsay Lane's time is 10:01. If somebody beats her by 15 seconds, they'll have 100 points and she'll have 97.
Okay.
Does that make
That's
sense?
nice. Yeah, that's really nice. That's
We're
a
going
nice
to try to
update
have
from
running
Tyler.
updates the entire time. Bear with us sometimes.
Tyler's working on the formula for that as much as we can. So what that's going to do, it's going to allow us to help. You know, one of the things that people complain about with the P-score is like you don't know how to say, well, I need to have 2 people in front of me.
Or what do I need to do?
What do I need to do? Now, Tyler will be able to tell us not only what place you need to be in, but how many seconds you need to be able to beat someone by in that particular event. So he'll be stacking that up as
Event
we get
6
going.
and 7, it's going to get real with that.
Guys, HWPO Pro is a sponsor of the Crash Crucible this year. Crash is very, very excited to have them as a sponsor. These events don't happen without sponsors. HWPO Pro is designed for athletes who want to compete at a higher level with 5 hands-on coaches, year-round development, and various tracks, including tailored to what you need. It'll help you show up as your best next competition and throughout the season. Learn more at hwpotraining.com.
Oh, that's who that girl is. There's been this girl talking to me all weekend, and I have no idea who she was.
John trying to flex right now. This girl has been talking to me this whole time.
No. As
Called your
as
wife.
as
Your
just
wife.
friend stuff.
Her name's Leslie.
Stop it. And I was like, I should know who this person is because they know me, and I just figured it out.
Okay, give me the names of these ladies. Let's go slowly, lane by lane here.
We got Jessica Collegan in lane 1, Bree Dunbar lane 2, Mary Helen Saunders in lane 3, Molly McGrande in lane 4.
That was good.
And then it says Morgan Porter in lane 5, but that's wrong, right?
That's the updated
Oh, no, that's
one.
right. That's right. It's
Yeah.
Mary Porter in that other. I think we were saying Morgan Porter lane 5.
Morgan
and then
Porter.
Allison Wynn lane 6.
And any standouts here? Anyone who should just blow this out of the water?
In this heat?
Not that I'm aware of.
Is there a favorite in this heat?
Not in this heat, really. I think
We'll know the favorite after
the first round. Yeah.
That's a beautiful camera angle too. By the way, that wandering camera is insane.
We have a couple of them.
I cannot believe how good this looks. Who's in control of the camera?
Look at that wandering camera right there.
Wow, Matt Souza in the house.
That picture is wild.
That's so good.
That's so good.
Beautiful shallow depth of field. I saw Taylor Self there. Was that Kiefer I also saw there? Improving.
Yes, Kiefer's here. Chris Henshaw, I think, is here. I'm not.
The doppelganger?
The doppelganger.
Is that it? Did they start?
Yes,
Then they're off.
Yeah, man, that dumbbell looks heavy. No one is cycling that dumbbell fast.
Well, wait till Olivia gets a hold of it.
Kiefer there in the back left. Taylor Self on the back left. Kiefer on the right. Taylor's got the white hat on backwards. J.R. Howell's to the left of him with the HWPO shirt on. And who's that in the lead? Is that Lane? Is that Bree? No, that's Porter.
Morgan Porter.
And I've been told Morgan has very, very good handstand push-ups. And if that's the case, she should have good ring muscle-ups.
Dude, her muscle-ups look fantastic. Look at the way she's
Very
locking,
high,
getting
very
super
high.
high on that catch.
Oh, my God. These shots are insane.
Now,
that was smart.
You tell me.
That
I'm
was
not
smart.
a fan of the high catch
I'm not either.
because I feel like it takes more energy.
That's just me. I'm the same way.
But like if you have like,
I would
guess
rather
if you don't have the
my
dip
push.
power,
I'd rather have a push.
I would rather have a push too. It puts
Yeah.
me more in rhythm. I can breathe better. I just feel like it takes more energy to catch high. Now Sam Briggs loves to catch high.
Totally. But to do that, you have to be moving your body up so high.
Your hips have to do so much more work.
The other thing
Morgan
is
Porter off the rings. Molly off the rings.
I
1 and 2.
I think it scares you. It scares those athletes where if they can't catch super high, then now they think they're going to fail. I'd rather do that catch low and know that I can.
Porter quicker on the transitions. Grab the dumbbell. 1 or 2
There we
reps ahead of
go.
Molly.
Here we go. This is a great shot.
Look at the speed that
Yeah.
Molly's moving right there in the pink top. Now, she was very relaxed on the clean and jerks at the start. But, man, she's handling the dumbbell well. And I think she's pacing it great.
And notice they're not using their hands as much to lower the dumbbell in this first round. We may see that change by the time we get to the
That's
third round.
interesting.
213.
3 rounds for time, 10 dumbbell clean and jerks with 70 pounds, 10 ring muscle ups, 10 dumbbell snatches with 70 pounds, 3 rounds.
So they were much slower than the last heat in that first section.
Yeah, about 15 seconds slower.
I don't think that means a lot. It might be smart. We don't know. You know, Ashley blew up a little bit, but they were slower than on the first section.
How
But
tall
they-
is Bree? Look at her. Is she 6 feet tall?
Bree.
No, she's not 6
Lane,
feet tall.
lane 2. No, okay.
Jessica.
5'10".
Yeah.
Yeah, that dumbbell had a long way to travel.
There
Okay.
is a whole lot of really, really big women at this competition. Like so many 5'7", 5'8", like an abnormal amount.
So do they get a break? Oh, okay. They get a 1 minute
So
rest.
they have that
between
1 minute
rounds.
break, and that's what's really interesting because everyone knows they have the rest, but any interval training, it's the worst training ever because you get just enough rest to make it really, really uncomfortable. Because now you do have the rest to go fast, and so it really puts you into some really ugly territory. I also think it gives kind of at least after the first round, like a lack of a false sense of
I
security.
think it baits people. It
100%.
baits people like crazy.
Once
Now, this
again,
is interesting because
I wouldn't have thought that.
Molly moves the dumbbell so much slower on the clean and jerks, but then when they get to the snatches,
Way
she's
faster.
moving it way faster.
Right.
And I feel like Morgan looks better in the ring muscle ups. But
Porter and Molly staying neck and neck into the second round.
now in the heat before this, Ashley Cope was the same way, moving the dumbbell much better.
Yeah.
But the ring muscle ups weren't as good.
I
wonder if there's going to be a pattern there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Augustus Link, thank you. Sevon's dog for John Young's Ovaltine Fund.
Catching a little bit more in a dip now.
Yeah.
It's still
And she's
super
doing
smooth. Still super smooth.
She's got 3 left. Is that 4 and 3?
4-3-3 is what she's going. I think it's smart. I think what's up, Molly got 5? 5
Yeah.
or 4.
But and watch the way Molly works. See if we can get right on her muscle up. There's a lot of fight
That's
for
energy.
every
Yeah,
single
yeah,
one of
that's
those
so-
reps.
Yeah.
You can see that big, like she's working to get those hips to pop up in the air into that press out.
I think Morgan's going to take it. I think she's going to run away.
Leslie Young, a question for John Young. Who are they, babe? Who are all these girls that are talking to you? Oh, that's fair.
Hey.
Just people that I don't know, dear.
Dear.
In first place, Morgan Porter. To the left of her.
Well,
you
not
can't see her.
so fast.
No.
Hey, can we pan over to the
There,
snatches
yeah,
real quick,
right.
Sousa?
Yeah, right there
we
on
go.
both.
Is that
Four unbroken, touch and go.
It's a great job, Will.
And now she's going singles. Yeah, good job, Will.
Molly takes a break. Morgan Porter keeps it going.
I think Morgan Porter's going to distance from here. Molly looks like she's hurting.
Yeah, and wow.
Look, you
that
got
was
this
a
step away
big
That's
break.
it. Like, yeah,
she's done.
Yeah, it's over.
She's done.
It's over.
She's done.
Morgan's taking it. Look,
Yep.
Taylor's high. If we can look
Yep.
at Taylor, Taylor knows too. Can you go over to Taylor,
Yep.
Will?
Sentinel
Taylor-
training
Taylor-
athlete Morgan
he's-
Porter taking the lead with
All
a
the way to
big
the
break.
starting
All the
line.
way to the start. Look
All
at,
the way to the
look
start
at
line.
Taylor talking to Morgan.
He's like, oh, you broke
He's
her.
like, you got it.
You
got
broke
it.
her.
You've broken the rubber band.
Dang,
Bree
can't
was
get in there.
third. Bree was third to the
That
snatches.
was good.
You can't see her. She's off screen in lane 1. Still on the muscle ups, Allison Wen.
He doesn't see what we're saying.
I know. That's all right.
Who doesn't?
So if you can see all the way on the right-hand side of the screen, you can see You can see Taylor with the white hat.
Yeah.
He's telling Morgan right now, once he saw that Molly put the dumbbell down and walked away, that meant that Molly was disengaging from the workout. Like she was like, oh, I went too deep. I need to take a break. Taylor's telling Morgan, like, hey, you got her now. You broke her. So you just hold this pace and really try to push it to the end. So, like, she doesn't have to worry about anyone in this heat anymore. Now, granted, there's a couple more heats coming up, but that was, you know how, like, when the rabbit runs out there to see who they can kind of carry with
Yes.
them? And that was what happened. And the rabbit broke off the rest of the field.
If you're Morgan, do you push the pace here? Like,
Yes.
like just to hurt her a little bit? Do you go to 6
6.
muscle ups as fast as you can?
7. She got 7 reps ahead of Molly.
Molly's been moving the clean and jerk way slower the whole time too.
I think that what Morgan needs to think about now is the heat's up past her.
Just run your race.
You got to run your race.
race.
Like, okay,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
had
yeah.
your person that you were racing, cool. It kept you in the game, but now you're racing everybody else, everyone in the upcoming heat.
We're froze. Rory Marlowe, greatest coverage team watching from my affiliate in the shithole San Francisco. Thank you, Rory.
All right, you think she stays with floor 3-3 here?
Yeah, she'll stay with
I
4
think so too.
First to the rings, Morgan Porter, Sentinel training athlete.
Her ring muscle ups are so pretty, man.
Man, they're so good.
They're beautiful.
I mean, look at everything that as a coach you would tell your athlete to do. Point your toes, keep your feet together, keep them together on the backswing.
Real quick, Leslie, I'm not saying she's beautiful. Her ring muscle ups are beautiful. Okay, I just want to make that clear.
Man,
okay?
Like
there's
the
all
boys-
kinds of tap dancing going
I
on
know,
right now.
I know. Well, I'm people are trying to get me in trouble.
Like the boys said, Morgan Porter did 4. They're predicting she'll do 3 here.
Whoa! Come on now. Come on now.
I would break. That's smart. Do twos.
Wow.
Do twos. You're fine. I take a big break here.
She's got 6. Molly's getting her second one now. Jonathan Ortega taking some close-up shots. 3 for Molly.
Don't even worry about it, girl. 2 reps here.
4 for Molly. Molly's going for it.
Don't.
5
She's
for
breaking.
Molly.
Look, Molly's
Oh,
done. You're get out of here. Yeah. Yeah. She's
Okay, glad you got
She's
that one.
1 behind Morgan Porter now.
Wow.
Dude, oh my God.
Come on now.
7 for Morgan
And
Porter.
this right here,
Dude,
this is the problem with the athletes that
8.
want to have that big high catch. If they don't have the push, then they get scared when they have to push. Because you're not
You're
used
right.
to kipping
Absolutely.
through.
That's why.
It's like
we
now
talked
I'm in
about it
fail
the beginning.
territory.
We talked about it in the beginning. Do 2 singles. Do 2 singles.
Do 2 singles.
Dude, bounce up into it.
I mean, she's only 3 reps ahead right now.
Bounce. Get it. Kick.
9
Down,
for
come
Morgan
down,
Porter.
Come down. She's good. Molly's got 5. Molly's got 5.
Molly jumping up on the rings now, going for her 7.
Wait 10 seconds. Molly ain't making it 5.
She shook her head on that.
She ain't
Oh,
making it
that's
5.
not good.
Big hips. Big
Big
hips.
hip here, girl. Get there.
There
Good.
we
Bam.
go.
All right,
Bam.
you're good. Golden. Go to. If we can get a shot on Taylor right now, too, guys. We'll get a shot on Taylor right now, too.
So now who Morgan's going against, she's racing against the girls in the heats, in the final 2
So
heats.
10
heat.
minutes is passing right now.
Yeah.
So she did not beat Lindsay Lane. That last set of muscle ups really killed
Oh.
everybody.
Dude, it killed her from the whole thing. Look how slow she's going now on the dumbbell.
$4.99 for John
she's go-
Marriage
she's going
Counseling.
fine. She's going fine.
Ian Arswald.
No, she's getting through them, yeah, but the tempo that she's
That's
going,
how she was last time.
that's smoke. You're at the end. You're done now.
There's no kick. I got you.
You're done now. Come on now, pick it up.
Did she do 2 in a row with her left hand? Did she get a no rep?
No, she didn't. Time. 10:30.
Ooh.
So that's like 4th place right now in the event.
Molly
Oh, wow. That's not even
moving to
Molly
the
anymore.
snatch.
No, Molly got passed by a lot of people.
Yeah, Mary Helen's right
Ooh,
next to
Bree
her in the all
Dunbar
black.
just muscling it through. I think Molly. Whew.
Molly's
They're all hurting
moving.
really bad right now. Bree Dunbar just finished.
In the all black.
Yep.
Yeah, on her knee right there.
Mary looking
Jeez.
right and left.
There's a race between Mary Helen right now and Molly.
In this, you can see what Molly's doing. That's what happens when you break in. That's where that line we were talking about. If you go over the line,
Dude, Molly
you are
redlined hard.
done.
Dude, she's hard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mary's in the all black in the center of the screen. Molly's closest, right-hand side, violet top.
Oh, goodness gracious, Molly. All right, we got a fail from Molly. Big hips, girl. Step in front of it.
Is Mary done?
Yes.
There we go. So Molly spent most of the race in second place. And
First and
then
second. Yeah,
Oh man, and just
died.
died. And that's where, okay, so I think a lot of the athletes in the next couple heats are going to look at that and be like, all right, so yeah, maybe I do want to race. I need to race, but I need to be very careful.
I think the next couple of heats, they're
I think
fitter.
still, but no, well, I'm not saying they're not fit. What I'm saying is the strategy will be the same.
Yes.
If I try to bury the field on
I think we'll
on
see more
the first round.
4-3-3s and just be able to execute better.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Lane-
Not
Earlier.
die in the last
Breaking
round.
it earlier.
Yeah.
Lane
Yeah.
1 over there, Jessica Collegian, finishing up. 13-minute time cap. We have to be getting close to that.
Yeah. Yep. Everybody made it
Yeah,
in the
about
time
20
cap.
seconds.
So aren't there 2 more heats left?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we know what our fastest time is?
10:01 from Lindsay Lane
Okay.
in Heat 2. Reigning Crash Crucible champion.
She looked great.
Making a statement.
Look great.
Guys, the Crash is notorious for weeding out athletes and showing us who the future of the CrossFit Games is. Lots of history here. Second year it's been streamed. 5th year of the event. There's also a team event called the Crash Crescendo, I think,
Yep.
which is the sister competition to this. One of the most well-respected, if not the most respected, programmer, event organizer in the CrossFit space, J.R. Howell. That's his gym. Is that his gym right there? That big on the left there? That big white box? The smaller of the 2 white boxes?
That is CrossFit Crash.
A couple months ago, the gym flooded. With the most recent hurricane, JR was able to fight off water entering the gym. Who brought their drone?
It's a sick shot, huh?
Patrick
Yeah.
Rios.
Nice. Very nice.
I almost crashed it
Really?
multiple times. I was hovering it low above the ground, and a car drove by. He was like,
Oh.
afterwards, he's like, "Did you really not think that car was going to hit it?"
When the heat goes.
Uh,
That clock is a countdown to when the next heat goes.
Yeah.
That's nice.
I didn't even see the one over there. It was like all masked.
If you didn't know where to look, I could see like.
I
if
was
you-
like, I
yeah,
don't.
yeah.
I'm waiting for like a big one, you know.
We got 90 seconds to the next heat. The lane assignments. Lane 1 is Kiara Miller.
oh,
Lane-
sorry. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, John. I just want to point out one thing to you guys.
Yeah.
On Sunday, as you look at these aerial shots, there will be a workout. Workout number 6. It's 5 rounds for time. It has a 600-meter run for 5 rounds in the workout, and they will be running around that building. So now is a good time to get a look at that, where they'll be running. Okay, John, go ahead.
Okay, the next heat. We have lane 1. We have Okay, we're going to let Susie get over there so we can show you guys up front pictures. All the way to the left, we're going to pan over. You see Susie running in the main shot.
That's great.
There we go. Lane 1, we have Kiara Miller. Lane 2, Nina Vragovic. Lane 3, the deadlift queen herself, Carolyn Prevost. Lane 4, Lydia Fish. Lane 5, Janie Chevry. And then in lane 6, we have Caitlin Saunders.
And Lydia Fish was last year's winner of the Crash Crucible.
Second place. She got
Second
second place. She would have won in regular scoring, and Lindsay Lane won on P score. Fun.
Okay.
They were very neck and neck.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Fish is in a higher heat than her, even though she took second to her last year.
Correct.
And she's young, right? 20 years
making a
old.
statement by doing that. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
He's doing something.
I'm just kidding.
I mean, I don't want to answer for him. So, like, Sevon's asking all the questions, and I'm just going to get quiet on that. I don't know.
A Prevo could be Fish's mom. That's the age difference there.
Yes. And guys, I met Lydia Fish. That is the smallest human being I've ever seen. I'm serious, man. She looks like she still needs a car seat.
Wow.
Dude, she's that small, is she not?
Prevo in the
say
white with
that
the robe
You got to be
headband.
over 100 pounds to not be in a car seat.
That's the most dramatic thing I've ever heard. You're about to have a baby.
Exactly, right? Smallest human being ever.
Prevo was on the CrossFit demo team. Was that this year or last year?
Wasn't this year.
It was not this year, no.
But she's been around so long. You know, I mean, she's got so much power. What was she, second up in the NCC this year?
NorCal.
Terry H. for
Yeah, she
Bill
was second.
Patience
Yeah.
Fun commentating with John Young all weekend.
Oh, thanks, Terry. It's fine, you guys. John's all good.
All right, Carolyn Prevost is going unbroken.
Her muscle up is violent at that top.
Violence.
Violent.
Okay, there we go, Susie. Yeah, get on, Carolyn. Because this is what's really important. That first round, if you're going to make a statement like going unbroken like Carolyn's doing, what are your dumbbells going to look like after that?
I think it's smart to do the snatches and singles like this because you're almost resting before your rest.
Right. It's like an active
you're
recovery.
calming down,
active recovery.
And then you get to rest, and then you got to go hard again.
Yep.
But if you touch and go the snatches, you're hiking your heart rate up into that rest, and maybe not getting fully recovered.
Well, again, it's round 1. So where are you? You have to decide where you're going to put your rest.
Prevo is done with the
156.
first round.
Wow.
Yeah.
Lydia Fish in the green. Prevo getting her woman her rest.
156 is the fastest time we've seen so far.
By far.
And then we got a lot of women finishing up at 210.
Jamie finishing. Lydia Fish still going. Don, where's your IABB t-shirt? We expect an appearance this weekend.
I don't know if I brought an iron antler.
Lydia Fish, her parents drove her here safely in the car seat.
Well, that was good of them. I appreciate that. Thank you, parental units.
Is that Miller right there? Who's her coach? That guy looks familiar.
Oh, that's Mike McGoldrick, isn't it?
McGoldrick?
Yeah, McGoldrick.
Training
think tank.
Prevo starts round 2.
You think she's going 6'4", or you think she'll go unbroken again? Prevo's in a bit of a hard spot right now because she's the heat before all the heavy hitters. Right?
I think she's okay. She's been doing it a long enough time. She's going to go by feel. If she gets iffy at 4, she'll come down. I think she knows herself well enough to do that.
7 for Prevo. I think now.
She's going to sit at 4 and be like, let me see what I need to do. Because 4.33 is, that's still, if you come down, if you don't disengage from it, you know what I mean?
Here we go.
If you don't take the knee while you're chalking.
I'm going to say she goes 6'4".
I think
NJSP Construction,
Look at
thank you for the new membership.
Right up to the
Did you see that?
rings.
Right to the rings and went right at it.
No chalk. Looks great.
Is that the fastest transition we've seen for round 2?
I don't think that's violent.
She's got a little bit of a swing going. Not bad, though. 5.
There's 5.
6. No, dude, she's going for it. She's going for it.
7 before any other girl
8.
started.
Dip still looks strong, man.
She
9.
looks so good.
We got
big,
to touch you on 9. All right, man.
There it is.
She's
There it
She's
is.
risking
I
it
like
right now.
it.
Wow.
What was it? Wasn't the prop bet 2+ women to go unbroken for the prop
No, 2
bet?
of anything. Anybody.
2 of anybody.
Men or women.
All right, get on your Heat 1 apps, guys.
It's too late. It's close.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, don't get on your Heat 1 app. We'll do it for the next event.
Patrick Clark using funny money. Shout out to Morgan Porter and Mizo's very own.
Oh, man. She's going slower on the snatches, though. But she can.
But you
She's
just
so far ahead of everybody if you go unbroken.
But what you said, just like you said, this is the active recovery as you go into your minute break. So that's okay.
Yeah.
And then again, like she doesn't have to go fast in this one. She has to go fast on the last one.
Prevost is going to finish her snatches before any other girl gets to the dumbbell.
There it
Going
is.
to be close here. Miller approaching. No, not Miller. Nina approaching.
505.
He finished before any other girl got to her snatches, before Nina was able to get even 1 rep.
2:08 on that split.
So she only faded 12 seconds.
Wow, that's good.
Which is way better than anybody we've seen. Everybody we've seen so far has faded in the second one.
And that was all in that last set of dumbbells.
And it was, right, yeah.
Lydia
And she'll
Fish
push the last split.
Yep.
2 hands to lower the dumbbell.
The dip did look hairy on the last 2.
We're at 20. We're at 20 now.
I would be thoroughly shocked if she went unbroken on this next one.
Kevin Doyle,
Highly
loving the
shocked.
coverage, commentary, and camera work.
Thanks, Kevin. I don't know, man. I think she's gonna go for it.
Hey,
She'll know she doesn't have to, but I think she's gonna try to.
Lexi, if you're out there, tell us if she's going unbroken on this one.
Did Prevo do the first 10 ring muscle ups
She did
unbroken?
both sets unbroken.
Hey, Jason, don't lie. I
and
was
Prevo's
proud of my
off.
High Rocks time. Stop lying, Jason.
2. Prevo has started and other girls aren't even close. 3. 4. Not a bead of sweat. Uh-oh, first break.
No, I mean, if you're Carolyn, I think you're just chilling right now.
I think so, too.
Like, you don't care how fast you go on this. It's all about the next set of those ring muscle-ups.
Okay, you have to remember.
Dude, she might be blown, though, man. Like,
If you... Okay,
8.
so she gained 12 seconds
Dude,
on the dumbbells, right?
dude, she's
9.
Hold on. Maybe she's resting for the ring muscle ups.
She's resting for life.
Because if you
And
rest for the
here we
ring muscle
go.
ups, I'm telling you, if you rest for the ring muscle ups, that's 30 seconds.
Jonathan
Look
Ortega,
at her, look at
camera behind Prevo.
okay.
David Gore, shout out to Larry Wheels.
Look, she didn't jump up on that one.
That's okay.
I'm going to say 4-3-3.
Come
Jonathan
on,
Ortega. Oh, she looks over at the camera and shakes her head. Oh, Nelly.
She
Did
gave
look
us the
over at you
no.
guys?
She shook us off on that one.
1,
That was amazing.
Even with the smile.
2. She looks good. 3. 4.
Get 6.
Oh, killing
Get
it.
6.
Killing it.
5.
6. Ah, okay. Okay. That was a good try, though.
Thank you guys for all the donations.
I'm a
Means
little
lot to
bit
us.
impressed with this. Dude, hold on. Janie Chevry and Caitlin Saunders are not that far behind.
5 reps.
These last ring muscle ups.
Who
are
is this
everything,
right
though.
here
They've
jumping up?
broken
Is this
everybody.
Saunders? Is this Saunders?
That's Janie Chevry.
Jamie Chevry right here.
Okay.
Great.
Chevry 2.
Prevo's got 5 left.
3.
I mean,
Her first ones look great. I mean, honestly, you go 3-2, the way they look like that.
Chevry at 4. Saunders looks
She's
good.
She's
Saunders looks good, huh?
All right, here we go. No, you're fine. You're fine. Go right back up, girl.
Saunders might be at 5 or 6.
Dude, Lydia looks great.
Oh,
Lydia
no.
looks really good. Look at Lydia's.
Oh.
Look at
The
Lydia.
Abyss in the
one
green
rep
in the
left.
center of the screen. Going for all 10.
I see. Is that?
All right.
Why haven't the fingers changed? But
Prevo's got 2 left. Last
Chevry
one.
got
There
4.
we go.
Get it done, girl. Get up there. Good.
Oh,
Good.
there's a lot.
All right. Tear it up. Let's go.
What's the time?
Oh, they're way ahead.
Way
Sevon.
ahead.
They're way ahead.
But under 10:01.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like 850 right now.
4.
Dude, Lydia Fish made a freaking comeback. She was like
5.
blasting the heat.
Second
Look
coming
at her.
up. Look at
Dude, Lydia
that's
Fish
Lydia
made a
right there
freaking
in the green.
comeback,
That's
man.
Lydia in the green right there.
8 for Prevo.
Wow.
10
Done.
for Prevo.
9/11.
9/11.
Next level.
Dude, oh, Janie looks great with the dumbbell. I think Jamie
will catch her.
Jamie's
Jamie
gonna
will
get
catch
her.
her.
Jamie's in the
She's
foreground
only
with the
got 4
fish in the
left.
green.
She's only got 4 left. 3 left. She might not.
Yeah, she will.
2.
Ponytails are
She's got
flapping.
Go, Lydia! Go, Lydia! Yes, sir.
Oh,
Let's go.
she's in there.
Let's go.
Ooh, that's a
Wow.
940.
Car seat,
Wow.
Lydia. That is wild for her to be able to move that dumbbell that good.
Lydia Fish, second overall.
3 beat the time cap?
Yeah. 3 girls beat the top time there. Jamie
Nina finished
Chevry, Lydia Fish, and Carolyn Prevo. Carolyn Prevo's got the top time right now at 9:11.
Miller on the left, shaking out her arms with 2 reps left.
And Carolyn Prevo went about as fast as you could possibly go through 2 rounds. And then the third round was just like,
Okay. All right. So let's play the game now. If you're coming into the last heat, you saw what you could do if you went 2 unbroken rounds and what it did to you in that last round. Do you just go, okay, you know what? I'm not even going to risk that. I'm going to go 6-4. Or even, I mean, look what Lydia did. She wasn't that far off, 30 seconds off.
And Lydia broke 5 and 5 in the beginning.
Right.
Yeah.
So this is one of those, and this is like Chase's favorite line. Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
I think you got to know yourself as an athlete, though.
Chase 2, Bill.
Chase Ingram.
Oh,
My man,
yeah,
Chase
yeah,
Ingram.
that-
Sorry, we get with the programming.
Yeah, that guy.
You know, games, play-by-play, color commentator extraordinaire,
Former games athlete.
former games athlete,
that's a little
former
strange.
affiliate owner, gym affiliate owner now.
I think. Hey, you want to come on,
Hey,
Carolyn?
come on up.
Come on.
Come on up here.
Miller finishing up strong.
Hold on. Here, we got it. If you want to put a...
Miss Carolyn Prevost
Here,
on
come
the
here.
mic.
Come here. You got to get in front of the TV.
Okay, so one, how'd that feel? How'd it go?
It went better than practice, but
Oh, get that up to her mouth there, boy.
I just knew going in, like I kept seeing everyone on Instagram do touch and go with dumbbells the entire way, and they look phenomenal. And I was like, there's no way I'm doing that, because in this workout, my strength is the ring muscle ups.
Right.
So if I start going touch and go where I have no business, it was gonna go bad.
So you banked your rest on the dumbbell so you could hammer the ring muscle up. So what happened going into the third round of the ring muscle ups?
She got tired, Bill.
Yeah, the pressing got tired. The weight's heavy for me.
Yeah.
So the pressing got tired. I looked over and I was like, there's no way. I
You gave
I
us
had the
that
goal.
smile, I know.
I had the goal of going all 3 rounds unbroken. I think I have the capacity, but not today.
Okay. Do you think if you were to go slower on the dumbbells, you could have gone unbroken, and would that have changed your time really?
I wanted to push the dumbbell.
Yeah.
Like I was trying to still control my breathing on those dumbbells and still be in control.
Yeah.
So the breathing wise, I was better than in practice.
Okay.
So it was mostly muscle fatigue than breathing. And in practice, I would say it was the opposite.
Yeah.
My engine was my limiting factor.
Oh, wow.
Were you happy with that time then? Was that about what you did in training, or?
I think I was like a minute faster here than in training.
Oh, wow.
Wow. That's
But
really
I also
fast.
trained by
Wow.
myself, so I have nothing to compare.
Yeah.
No push beside me, so I have some strong, good female athletes in my heat, so happy I was
No,
able to
that was
get
a
a push.
great run. That was a great run.
And I have to
Carolyn,
think about the next heat as well.
Carolyn, tell me about the levels to the game. You're basically a minute faster than any other time we've seen so far. Are the levels in the fitness or in the strategy, or what
The
makes
age.
it so you stand out?
It's
The
the
age?
age.
You're just getting better with age?
Yeah.
The oldest one here.
Are you the oldest competitor here?
For the individuals,
And the individuals, I think.
maybe because next year I'm a master. I think just the experience of knowing my strategy and sticking to my lane, and also knowing that there's another heat coming up that I expect to possibly be my score. So
Yeah.
I'm thinking about that. But then, yeah, just sticking to my strategy and not get influenced by what I see online or even in the warm-up area.
Carolyn,
Sometimes.
you have probably some of the most experience out of anyone here, probably one of the most well-known athletes here, and yet they didn't put you in the final heat. Does that give you kind of a little chip on your shoulder and an axe to grind? Do you use that?
Yes and no. We'll see where I finish. There's 7 workouts.
You
this
don't,
weekend.
you don't got a little
Look
bit
at
of
all
like fuck
PC
you.
right
You don't got a
there.
little bit of fuck you. I'll show you guys. A little bit of like, hey, I'll show you. You fucked up, JR.
Yeah, I gave JR a little side look, I think. But I don't know if you saw. After like the second
Oh,
one,
he
I was
saw.
like, I still got it. But no, those athletes that are in the final heat are phenomenal. Some of them have been to the games on a team or individual, and the other ones have just been very, very close. I'm just trying to hold on to my fitness at this point. So happy to be still competing out here with the young guns.
Killing it. Doing great.
Yeah.
Final question,
You're
Carolyn. Why did you come to Crash? What brings you out here? Why not rest until the season?
I just got jealous watching this competition. Over the years.
Oh, we lost her.
Yeah, can you hear
There
me now?
you go.
You're back. You're back.
Yeah, I mean, JR does a phenomenal job programming. I follow a lot of his stuff on Instagram. The feedback about this comp has been nothing but positive. I think this is my caliber of athletes right here, so I'm very honest with like where I am as an athlete. Like if I qualify for the games, I'm often like middle end or just close to qualifying for the games. And I think you have a lot of those breakthrough athletes that are coming out, and athletes that have been to the games but not like the top 10 potential athletes. So I
Yeah.
think that this is a perfect competition for me to measure up.
That's awesome.
Thank you,
That's
Carolyn.
awesome.
I hope we get to talk to you again in the winner's circle. Thank you. And the fans in the
good luck
comments,
the
they
rest
were
of the
rooting,
week.
Carolyn, we're rooting for you.
Thank you, guys.
Nice job.
All right, guys,
Good
the
job.
final
Good job.
heat. Here we go. By the way, one of the true athletes in the pack, very capable in many, many disciplines, Carolyn Prevost.
Killer job.
All right, let's go. I think Susan's going to let us see the athletes. Can we get the lane numbers?
All right.
Did you
Lane
try to
1
beat that?
is Jordan Sheffs. Lane 2, Olivia Kerstetter. Lane 3, Kyra Milligan. Lane 4, Carolyn Stanley. Lane 5, Fee Sagafi. And then lane 6, Amanda Wishart.
Amanda Wishart, we all know from the tremendous victory she had at the NorCal Classic last month.
Yes, reigning winner of the NorCal Classic.
Who is next to Stanley? Fisagafi?
Yes, Fisagafi. Olivia Kerstetter, Kyra Milligan, Fisagafi. Fisagafi had a little jog to the rings.
What's first round? First round. I was
Kyra's walking slow. I know Olivia's planning on going 7-3 on the rings.
And
the
I'm
whole
really,
time.
And I'm really wanting to see. Look at the way she catches. If you can see
It's
Olivia
so
right there,
deep.
it's all. She's second from the left, very deep catching. She's super upright, and I don't see a whole lot of a. She has a little bit of a back.
Dude,
you can see the legs coming back like her hip.
It's a little. It's funky looking.
I think that would a lot of pressure on your shoulders.
But if she can hold 7-3 the whole way, that's all you need to do.
If you could hold 11 or 7-3, yeah. But look at Kyra Milligan in the all-black.
Carolyn went unbroken.
Ooh, unbroken.
Kyra went unbroken.
Yep.
Very fast too. She was
That
the
was
last
fast.
one on the rings and the first one off of the rings.
And look at the way she's being very strategic.
Oh,
Whoa!
we got a fail.
Okay, all right. You can
Who
start
had a
right,
fail? Who had a
that was
fail? We
Milligan
can't
right
see.
there. Milligan right in the all black with the white belt. Failed on the second rep as it came down.
Oh, was that an error or fatigue?
I think it was an error.
She looks fine now, but it was a surprise.
I think it just kind of came out to where it didn't go right. It wasn't tracking in
Olivia
line.
first one done 150. Olivia just easily manhandled the dumbbell the whole time. Kyra done at 157. Jordan Sheffs 155. And I didn't get everybody else's time. I mean, everybody
I think that's okay right now.
everybody did that first round within 10 seconds of each other.
She was like 205.
Who won that heat? that round?
Olivia. Olivia was
You never
150.
saw her, but she just, I mean, basically muscles the entire time.
Well, and we knew the dumbbell for Olivia wasn't going to be an issue.
Right.
But we wondered
shocked
what
Kyra's
it would
doing
be.
going to the shoulder
Same.
and coming back down. Like,
Now, again, it is first round, and I think I want to see Kyra kind of riding the reins a little bit, holding
really,
on.
really fast in the ring muscle ups.
But that's all you really need to.
Yeah,
That is the race.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
especially for her.
Yeah.
All right, so Olivia's off since she was first to finish that round, so she gets to kind of start out all by herself. And look at the way she's working that. We talked about that press. How much do you think the press is going to really affect the rings, especially with the way she's pressing that really deep, very upright
I
position
think we won't
in the
see
rings?
it until the last one.
We got a
And
hand up.
I think it's going to be like Carolyn Prevost. I think she's going to look fine until she doesn't, and then
Right.
it's going to be like the wheels fell off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The catch on Olivia, and we'll get a good view here because she'll be the only one. It's so deep,
It is.
deliberately deep.
Oh,
And,
that's
it's
is that
weird.
Kerstetter jumping
That's
to the ring
Olivia
now?
right there, right to the ring.
How many reps lead does she have?
2, 3. We got Carolyn
And-
Stanley coming up to the rings. Fee's coming up to the rings.
Yeah, so like a 3 to 4 rep lead. She's got a great press up, but that's so upright and so deep.
Kyra Milligan's taking her time coming to the rings again. Carolyn Stanley, first one. Oh no, she's taking a break.
Yeah.
Olivia's
The
got
screen's
3
coming
left.
back. Fantastic.
And there's Kyra Milligan right there with the white belt.
I
You
think
can see her
Kyra
going
Milligan's strategy is to go as slow as possible,
To
but
go
go
as
unbroken on the
fast
ring
as she
muscle
can on the
ups.
ring
yeah,
muscle
yeah,
ups.
yeah. That's her strategy.
And again, we talked about this. It's like where if you are going to break,
She just broke.
oh man,
Wishart,
if you're
5
going
in
to
a row.
break, there's,
on the far
there's
right.
more time that is lost on the ring
Fee's
muscle up.
done.
6.
Oh, that
7
was
for
big.
Watch
Wishart.
Olivia's snatches. Olivia's doing these snatches better than so. She's gaining so much time on these snatches.
She's almost 2 to 1 on everybody.
Right. How fast she's going on these is making that worth a lot.
And this
Where
Those
it's
is-
not
aren't
worth
snatches.
anything
Those
for
are
anybody.
kettlebell swings. Those are kettlebell swings.
Well, and you always, especially with this event, you want to look at it as like, okay, you have your
Done.
strength athletes.
448.
Jeez, oh man. You have your strength athletes, and then you have your gymnastic athletes. In the gym, I mean, she's obviously known as a strength athlete,
Yeah.
but when you don't have any issue with the gymnastics, then all of a sudden, like, you're owning the event.
What do you
Yeah.
think about this lowering of Kyra Milligan? This looks like a huge mistake, lowering to the shoulder, getting
I
that.
think that I think
eccentric movement.
she's protecting her shoulder. Like I know that I'll do this, but I won't try to go as slow and controlled. I mean, if you're going to go to the shoulder, let it come down a little bit faster.
Honestly, this round looks better than her first round, I think.
That is not competition movement. She's either
It's not
injured
speed.
or she's been gotten some bad advice. It's better off to grab the dumbbell with the second hand.
If you're allowed to do that.
I mean, we saw it in the first couple heats.
I know, but that doesn't mean you're allowed to do that. I mean, if it comes down, if you're looking at the big heat, it might, and maybe JR will come around and say that.
Who is this? Close up, is this Jordan? Is this Jordan Schreck? No, who is this? Miller? Who is this?
We said Elizabeth.
Jordan Schreck? Lane 1. I think Olivia is going to start before these other girls even finish. Yes, she is. Olivia has started. Is this the first heat we've seen that where someone has actually started the dumbbell cleans before the snatches were finished?
No, there was a couple of, like in the first or second heat, we saw a couple that were getting close to that.
Those splits. Kyra's split was the same as Olivia's.
Olivia going, Stanley going, Disagafi going. Olivia first off again off the dumbbell cleans. Great shot, Souza. Olivia looks poised.
Last round, I mean, I think if you're being Olivia, you're being smart right now. Guaranteed, like I would rest extra where this is the workout right here, these last 10 ring muscle ups for her.
Well, and we're at 640.
If she gets to the snatches, she's going to kill everybody. It doesn't matter.
I just wanted to interject here. So right now, Carolyn has a 12-point lead over second place. Olivia's going to start eating into that.
Just based on her time,
yeah,
that
right
she's going to be ahead.
Right now.
And again, so we talked about, you know, with that P score. So she can use this. You can use your big wins to hedge against something that might go bad for you. So the handstand push-ups later in the event. Because you're ahead, just
she's
win.
Going to need to bank as many points as she can for
and
that
this is a
handstand push-up
situation
one.
where she can.
Yeah.
Carolyn Stanley in the white, Pisagafi to the right of her in the gray and black. Pea's bent over, shaking out her arms, getting her breath. Olivia marches on.
Oh, we got a fail. We have a no rep. We got a no
first
rep.
setter. Now that could be a
How many
problem.
does she have left?
I'm waiting for the judge. I don't see the hand up at the judge.
That could be a problem.
She's still got she's got a good lead on everybody though, but it doesn't hurt her on P score like what we were saying.
Right.
Failure at the top of a ring muscle up can be no bueno.
Carolyn Stanley's taking a chance here. Carolyn Stanley's taking a chance. She got it. She's got it. Carolyn Stanley's there.
Stanley passes first setter.
This is going to be a really good race in the clean and jerks if she doesn't. I think Carolyn Stanley's got it. I think Carolyn
Look
Stanley's
at the way
got
she's
it.
moving.
Yeah.
Okay, and again, when you know you're at the end, you can try to rest. You can try to rest on the other rounds. This one you gotta go open.
Just filled her last ring muscle up. Kyra Milligan's done.
Are we seeing the failures in this final heat? Because these are the true competitors.
Another fail.
Wow, that's another hit. We just missed. Olivia failed another one.
Carolyn Stanley's done. 834. 834. Good grief. And listen, nobody's talking about Carolyn Stanley. I mean, this is going to do a lot on P score because she murdered everybody in this workout.
That was huge.
Pisagafi looking strong. Olivia went for broke. And two major errors on the ring muscle ups.
Kyra's done. 902.
Will drop Olivia, I'm guessing, anywhere between 5 and 10 places.
Easily.
Not 5 and 10 places because they're still below the leading time.
No, she was going to win it.
You gotta go, girl. Olivia is between Fee and Olivia right now. I think Olivia's gonna get her.
There was a.
Come on, Fee, pick up that dumbbell.
Olivia, come on, Olivia.
Who's that? What's Haley's
Fee's
last
done.
name?
Olivia's done.
Wow.
Dang.
Wishart
935.
Wishart came out slow. Looked like she was being smart with the pacing. Winner of the NorCal Classic, still on the floor.
You know, she is, but she still has a decent time compared to the rest of the field. You know, coming into this, we were looking at 940.
940 and then 1001. So, I mean, she's upper middle of the pack of the field.
Totally.
Yeah, Elizabeth Wishart.
And again, when you're talking P score, that's what they're going to grade you from. They're going to grade you from that right in the middle, and she's right in the middle.
Jordan Schreck still going. Behind her with the baby stroller is Haley
Mario.
Maria. Thank you. And behind her is Nick Matthews in a full shirt.
Hey, Tyler,
Rich Froning's dad cheering on Jordan
how
Speck.
fast will you have points?
Are we going to get Carolyn Stanley on? I'd love to hear her voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, Souza.
There's the broadcast table.
Here, you
Tyler
give her-
Watkins. Tyler giving up his headset. Thank you, Tyler. Look at her. There she is.
Wow.
Over here, girl.
Wow. Were you expecting that?
4 wraps
No?
on the ponytail.
What do you mean you weren't expecting that? Why?
I mean, like, I know I'm strong with the dumbbell, but I was honestly more worried about my grip than fatiguing with the heavy dumbbell.
Okay.
It looked like your last round was the easiest round on the dumbbell.
By far.
Yeah, I didn't really want to go out too hot and then not be able to hold it because a minute of rest isn't really like a lot to recover. It's just kind of like another transition.
So did you have a time frame that you were looking for on each of the splits, or are you trying to gauge it based on who you were competing with? I mean, because Olivia jumped way out there in front of everyone.
Yeah,
Did
it was-
that change what you were thinking?
No, I honestly did it the same way I did it in practice. It's just when I practice these, I just don't go as hard, not meaning to, but like I'm a very good competitor, like on the competition floor, like
Got it.
any like semis, like anything like that. Practicing them before getting on the floor are always slower.
Okay.
I just,
Caroline
like,
Stanley.
I thrive off of like competing and like pushing myself against the people on the floor, if that makes sense.
Got it.
Going into this, did you think you were going to kill everybody in this event?
No, not a chance.
Go
Okay,
ahead,
Caroline Stanley, hi.
Hi, how are
Hey,
you?
amazing. That was fantastic watching. You put on quite the show. It looked like Kerstetter was going to run away with it. Everyone thought she had it easy. Did you see her fail out of the corner of your eye, her first ring muscle up, or any of them?
No, so like I honestly went in knowing that I was doing 2 sets on the muscle ups the whole entire time. I didn't want to start out with 10 and then go down. So I knew she had took a break, but honestly, I thought that she only had a few more. So like by the time she was going to hop up there before my last set, and I figured she was going to beat me and I was going to come in second. But I realized that either she failed one or just didn't hop up. And because when I made it to the dumbbell before her, I was shook, and like that honestly gave me a little bit of adrenaline to go touch and go on like the first 5 or 6.
That was going to be my next question. So when you get to those snatches and you see, oh, it's just me, Caroline Stanley at the end, does that give you some motivation to go hard?
Oh yeah, because I knew when she got to that dumbbell, she wasn't gonna put it down.
And Caroline, we're a little confused on the rule. Were there any rules about using your non-lifting hand to lower the dumbbell? We saw some girls were using that technique. Is that legal?
Yeah, that was allowed. You could use it to guide down, but once you got to the floor, you could only pull with the hand that was supposed to be like the next rep.
When you look at this competition, do you see this as a competition you can win?
I don't know. I don't like to.
That's a yes, sir.
Oh,
That's
come
what
on
that is.
now.
That's what
Come
that is.
on. The answer is hell
I ain't
yes.
trying to be cocky, or I don't know. I like to just be me and do my thing and see what happens.
All right. Hey, thank you very much. Great watching you. Great having you on the show. You are a wonderful human being. The fans absolutely love you. The chat absolutely blows up every time you open your mouth.
Oh, thank you.
People love you to death. So thanks for coming over and talking to us.
Thanks for having me.
Yep, anytime.
Nice job.
Good job, bro.
Wow. Carolyn Stanley making the final heat.
Man, I tell you, watching what we saw go down with the ladies, I hope that we see the same sort of
Races?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like
It's things
it's
that happen out of the ordinary?
It's forced risk taking, and everyone has to gamble. And I mean, we saw, you were picking Olivia to win that one.
I picked Kyra to win that one.
Oh, okay. Well, but Olivia was in the top 3.
I thought it was going to be,
Yeah, top 3.
Yeah.
And when you see something like that happen, where there's just a failure, an implosion. I mean, that shows what riding that line, that line's going to be like. So I think for the guys, it's going to be fun to watch.
Well,
because there's still ego that's involved with the guys too.
Well, I think for the guys, because we know Olivia is going to kill everything until the handstand push-ups, and that's going to be her competition.
Yeah.
We know that. For the guys, any type of failure like on the rings the way Olivia had, that is going to matter at the end of the weekend.
Right.
Like if Colton or Taylor or Chris or Nick Matthew have a moment the way Olivia had, that is going to matter for the rest of the competition.
Yeah,
right?
It's
Olivia
a bruise
doesn't
that lasts.
necessarily matter,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Because she's going to crush other things.
Yeah.
Are we? Let me ask you this: are we coming down and not watching these? Are we? What are we doing for these first two?
Yeah, I think we're.
It'd be good if we came down.
Okay. Awesome. Okay, guys. We are going to go ahead, Bill. Go ahead, Bill.
No, I was just going to say we're going to we'll take a break. We're going to have a running camera for the first couple heats, and then we'll kind of come on again like what we did for the guys, where we do our kind of pre-chat. Are we going right in, or Will? Are we going right into Heat 3 for the men?
Yeah, we'll probably come on and then go pretty much right into Heat 3.
Okay.
Let's come on like 5 minutes before Heat 3 starts.
Hey
All right,
guys,
we'll
we're
come
gonna
in
come
Heat
on
4
5
then.
minutes before Heat 3. That's what I think.
Sounds
Fantastic. Okay, so are you going to pull this stream down and start a new one?
Yeah, I'll pull it down.
Okay, thank you.
HWPO training was built off my training mantras. It's what I leaned on in the face of hardship. It's how I learned to show up every day. It's why I continue to work hard, knowing that hard work does pay off. Community is at the forefront of everything we do, and while things might look a little different now, it's always about the people you're doing it with and making yourself proud. I want to be proud of the legacy I leave behind. Your legacy is waiting. Build it with HWPO training.